Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And y'all know I've been covering this one, The Never Ever Mets on OWN Network. Been reviewing it weekly and was blessed a couple weeks ago to have a special guest come on and go live and review it with me. And she is back today, none other than Miss Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Follow her, okay? But welcome, Monique. How are you today?
Hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm ready to get because I got some words. I
Lord,
got some thoughts,
it
and I
was.
love the intro. So good
Thank
job.
you, friend girl. You know, I said I
So
tried. Listen,
fancy. So fancy.
I try a little bit. Sometimes I do a little bit of something sometimes. But okay,
Mm-hmm.
before we get into it, because we always do this. This is just like tradition at this point. Your thoughts overall, episode 3 was what were you feeling this episode? Did it get on your nerves? Overall impressions, overall thoughts.
I was feeling this episode, but when we got to the end, it definitely tapped on my nerves, my nervous system. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode from beginning to the end. So I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
we got a lot of newfound information about each person,
A lot of
how they think
tea.
and how they
Absolutely.
thought process.
Absolutely. So I'll say this, overall impressions, fine, but it really honestly feels to me like the pastor and the first lady, AKA Aaron Senior and Diamond. I don't know. They feel like almost a plant to me because I'm like, y'all are here taking complete control. Y'all are hosting your own little impromptu
I guess they
game
feel like
night.
we the oldest big sister and big brother role. I guess they took that on.
I
I guess they just
guess.
took that on. And
I
I can't
guess.
wait to somebody flip it and reverse it and be like, how how did that engagement come about in like 2 years? Like
Thank you.
what?
Because
Start
they were
asking them
clearly.
questions.
Yeah, because they were clearly in everybody's business. And I thought it was odd, like you said, because they did have this issue in their 5-year relationship, right? Where, he engaged to a whole other woman. Are we ever going to get the details on that? That's the
Yeah,
question.
I'll be asking
Hey,
all
Nita.
types of questions, honey.
Hey, Nita the Diva. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey,
Okay,
Nita.
let's get right into it. So as the episode opens up, right, we know we are kind of coming off the heels of Siana. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. I was calling the woman Sienna. So Siana and Brandon's kind of debacle.
Uh-huh.
Pastor and the first lady decided that they're going to get together and they need to and they need to have, what do we want to call this? Do we want to call this an intervention? I don't know. What
No,
did you
somebody
think about
being
their
nosy
whole
as hell.
marital?
There was no intervention. It was being nosy as hell. Let's call it for what it is. Intervention of what? No. I
That was
mean,
my
they
thought
are not a
process.
therapist. They are not a therapist, but I mean, I get that they have like experience or what have you, but no, they were just trying to be nosy. I guess trying to see
That's what I
where
felt
they
like.
at.
I don't feel like I don't feel like they really have genuine care and concern. That's what makes me think they're just like a plant here to get drama going in the house because like Siana said, I don't know what y'all's motives are. I don't know why we have to have a third party come in here, but Siana, clearly she's unhinged. Like we're not going to pretend that this woman has her whole everything together because she clearly can't control her rage. She can't control her attitude. And we'll get into that later. But yeah, but I think the most disturbing thing about this intervention is secure, right? Underneath, right? Like I
I
don't
did
have one
not
on right
really.
now. But why do you have that on top of your head like that? That sent me, Monique. What you think about the headband?
I just thought that was a regular headband. I'll be forgetting about the headband that go underneath the wigs. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Um, Evidently she's just trying to hide. I guess the lace front that was a laid. I guess I don't know.
That literally was sending me. I ain't like it. I ain't like it one bit. I love it one bit. Based on day one, they trying to make sure things stay on track. Yeah. I mean, because that's okay. So outside of that, the whole house is talking, right? They talking
Yeah,
about Jody and Aaron Jr. with the dangly earrings who don't like anyway. And then they're also talking about Brendan and Sienna
Brandon,
and
yeah,
Greg and Pastor. They need to have a conversation because clearly everybody in everybody's business. And
business.
I
I mean, even though I don't care for them to be each other business, but they'll come with an exception when they all sharing quarters and hearing everything. So that everybody gonna have their opinion about
yeah,
something
I
in
guess
someone's
so.
relationship.
I guess so. Also, in the beginning of the episode, we know that Shay and who was it? Shay and Josh were in the intimacy suite, and he said she ain't even got to do much. Josh said that all Shay has to do is look at him, and it's a turn on. What are you thinking about Josh and Shay and their situation right now?
Well, I know they wearing that boom boom room out because it's like the second night or something. Like, let somebody else get a turn. I hope they have like a service because I'm gonna spray that down after that.
They got to
Cause
spray
it's
it
only
down.
one, yeah, cause it's only one boom boom room, and
That's
they
what I
all got to
felt like.
share.
I'm like, how are we disinfecting everything? How are we doing
No.
that? But yeah, so again, Siana said she doesn't need a third party. She says she's not out of control. Diamond says that she wants to pop her though, because she can see all of the faults in Sienna and everything she's doing. Sienna says she was mad that he laughed, right, as she was expressing herself. And her struggle is that the virtual situation was good, but in person, it's not there. She literally hates his laugh. What do you think about all that? What do you think
But once he
about?
laughing during the virtual session, like I mean, I think she's like so stuck and was so content in a virtual bubble that when it came to face to face reality, it's like it's become awkward and they don't know how to maneuver around each other. It's easy to have a relationship virtually, but when you get face to face, it's kind of it's time to show and prove like who you really are. You know.
That's my thought process too, because virtual, while it has its ups and I mean, it's definitely got its downs, right? Because there's no physical connection at all.
Hmm.
But you're right. I can put you in this box and I can basically talk to you when I want to talk to you. I can see you when I want to see you.
Hmm.
But outside of that, I don't have to. Like, and I guess virtually, maybe the laugh was cute. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she thought the laugh was cute
He
originally
said
and
it
then
was
it
a
lost
nervous
it.
laugh. So, I mean, I know people who have nervous laughs or tics, you know.
Yeah. I
So
guess
that's unfortunate.
she just, Sienna's got her own issues, but like I said, we will get into that. So, Sienna and Brendan, as a will of good measure, they decide that they are going to host a dinner for everyone, and he's going to throw down in the kitchen. They made steak frites with salad and all the things with truffle butter. Listen, they said it was a good time. All right. And
I was
so,
hungry.
and
Where's
I
my
said,
plate?
okay. But you know what? Always in my mind, I said after Sienna showed us who she was in that other episode, I was like,
Yeah.
it's there. It's always going to be lurking under the surface because clearly she can't control it. It was an explosion. So I was just waiting for the next time, honestly. But it was a cute look. The dinner, but then friend, pastor, and first lady decide that they need to play a game.
Mm.
Nita said that steak was too well done. Too well done for my liking as well. I'm a medium.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, if I could have it medium well or not too well. I think it's too tough.
Yeah, Nita, I feel like it's very common too. I sometimes have a nervous laugh, and sometimes you
Yeah.
can react in certain situations with a
Hmm.
laugh to try to break the tension.
Yeah.
And I think so too. I think she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I really do at this point. I do.
Jeez.
So, did you think that this game, though, that they played, do you think it was all about instigating, or do you think it was really from a good place?
It was about instigating and putting a what's this microscope on there on each everyone's relationship, and it gonna kind of make people feel away. Like, dang, that's really us. Oh, y'all think that? Oh, okay. And see if they're gonna be able to step up to the plate.
Yeah. So it was a bunch of different things, of course. Um, let's see. I want to see what the
And I
games are.
also
Okay,
thought it
so
might cause a fight with
I
these
did too.
questions. Oh, like, whoop.
I did too. And they even said it to her. They were like, "Sienna, you good with this? Like, are you gonna react?" She's like, "I know how to control myself, sis." Like, girl, it's been proven you do not know how to control
No.
yourself. Come on now. And so they start out, and the first question is, which couple is the most dramatic one? And we know immediately, right, who was going to win that
Right.
rap battle, right? Because unhinged. Absolutely unhinged they are. But here are some of the other questions that were asked during that game. So Chris said, well, because Chris got something to say about everybody, because I don't
Oh,
know what his deal
yes.
is, but he feels like he is the counselor of the year. And so he says she can calm down on Brandon. He likes Brandon. Brandon is his favorite in the house. And so the next couple was, which couple would benefit from couples therapy? Um, which couple is the most romantic? Um, which couple is in the most need of the intimacy suite, and which couple is least compatible? And so, of course, a lot of these trended right towards Sienna and Brandon. And I'm with you. I thought it was going to be a crazy reaction. What did you think of these questions?
I think some of those questions could also apply to brother and sister at the end, besties. Uh,
Jody and
what's her name?
Aaron.
Joanne. Yeah, Joanne
Hmm.
and Aaron. I mean, I did not hear a word from Aaron J. Have you heard a word this episode? He was just
Just
there.
trying to get a sip of her drink. That's it. He just wanted a sip
That's
of her
about
drink,
it.
and she cussed him out about that.
I haven't heard a word from him this episode. I'm like, is there any
Child.
engagement, any action going on? It's like I haven't heard a peep.
I don't think so. So when they asked the question though about which couple would benefit from couples therapy, Pastor said Jody and Aaron Jr. So now we are kind of bringing them into the thing, because somebody said earlier in the episode, 2 batteries don't get no charge. And I said, well, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently her battery's not dead for everybody. Jody has a crush in the house, but we'll get to that later. Jody
Mm.
says basically that she said she don't need to be up in anybody's face all day. Okay. She said she knows Aaron Jr. from the internets, from their virtual time together. She don't need to be up under him skinning and grinning. And I thought that was the point of the show. I thought
Yeah, I'm gonna say
you
that's the point why y'all here so y'all can meet face to face. Lady, what you talking about? You confusing me here. Like this is the
yeah.
point of the show, honey.
And so she's so defensive. And I'm like, Jody, girl, I mean, you own the internet, you writing in your little book, you drinking, but you're by yourself, apparently, or
She's
with
so
Chris the
defensive
whole
because she
time.
knows somebody about to pull her car and instead of like what it really is. Think
Exactly, that
somebody
they
gonna
made an
find out.
agreement to come up here and fake it. That's exactly what happened. Uh,
Yes.
Nita says, I didn't like the game. It was going to intensify the situation.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
Sienna doesn't have range. She doesn't. Poor stink stink. And I think at her age, and she's not old, she's 43, but it's like, girl, you should have wisdom by now. You should be completely in control of your emotions, I think, at this point, right? But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And so
Too damn
they go
ground.
all through that. I really love Millie during this whole little game an episode. Millie is probably one of my favorite ladies on the season, because I think she's very direct. She's very honest. There's not a whole, lot of, uh,
And she's not
I guess,
overstepping, I guess,
ex-
as well. So
exactly. Like, she gives advice when people ask her. She seems very open to the process, but also she's strong in her boundaries. And we'll talk about that. So
yeah.
they said that Millie and Greg, though, were the couple that was most in need of the intimacy suite, honey. They say they need to get down with the get down.
Ooh.
And I think Mr. Greg would agree with that. Light
Mm.
skin, Mr.
Oh,
Greg with the afro. We'll get to him.
oh
So
yes.
we find out in this episode too that the people are coming, they're friends, right? And so the first friend that comes is Brendan's friend, Matt. Now, I don't want to roast Matt, which is why I didn't do a close up of his comb over
Yes,
John B
I'm
esque
glad.
lineup.
Nobody don't do him like that. He's just a friend. He just came to visit.
That's why I did a far back. I did a zoomed out, okay? Because I wasn't trying to roast him, friend. That's what I said. So what did you think of this? Brendan and him have been friends since third grade, and he's basically just come in to support.
He was asking valid questions to his friend about Sienna. Hey, Candy. And his approach, he was like trying to, help his friend do it. Roast him. Of course, Nita. We know you gonna roast the heck out of everybody. She's hilarious. Yeah, but his friend came in, as a sounding ear and also with some advice, trying to help him along, like you think it's gonna go far with this girl, what have you. And then what's his name? Brandon
Brendan.
told him that she called him a bitch, and he is a mild tempered fella. Because most dudes
I
would,
loved hearing that because sometimes you don't know because people can't put on a facade, right? Because I felt like I said
yeah.
after she called this man a whole bitch in his face, he just was kind of like
Not once, but twice.
very chill.
Double
Yeah,
down on it.
yeah, yeah. And so to know that they've known each other since third grade, and he's like, it takes a lot to get you out of your, out of your box because you're so mild mannered. I'm just glad he has a friend that's kind of a sounding board for him,
Yeah.
and that's kind of just balanced because what ticked me off a little bit, and I think which further perpetuates the way Sienna is, was her friend. Now, I'm not knocking our good sis from New York,
Yeah.
but she didn't do anything to help Sienna calm down the situation. It was basically like telling Sienna everything she wanted to hear. And take it from a older auntie people watching. You don't want those types of friends in your life. You want a friend that's going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, whether it
Exactly.
agrees with you or not. And I'm not saying this woman's a bad friend, but you can't be co-signing everything Sienna said. What do you think of their whole interaction?
Yeah, I didn't like the whole co-signing thing. I wish that her friend would have told her to listen to her friend, but also to your friend, show your friend a different approach, to her to step back out of her head or her feelings and take a different approach when it comes to Brandon in situations that are just blowing up all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she should know her friend by now. She said they did COVID together. They've been friends for 5 years. So this is a more mature relationship, right? A more mature friendship.
Yes,
She know her friend by now. She know exactly how she gets down. And I think she could have lent some balance to the situation. I
most
hated that
definitely.
Sienna was out of order. She stay out of order. I told y'all the way people tell a story will dictate your actions. Yeah. She
Mm.
didn't know. She didn't, but I think she knows her friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my friends, and I know my friends when they telling me a part or a piece,
Oh,
right? I'll be like, listen, girl, now
she
you
ain't
know
tell him
what
that
you
she
did,
called him a bitch. How conveniently we left that
girl,
up.
because you know how you are. Now, I thought this was interesting because
Whoa. Really, Ash? Damn it, you. You
I'm petty, y'all. I can't help it. I can't help the
pulled
level
the
of
picture up
petty.
and you zoom out on dude of his comb over, but
Well, okay. So here's the thing. This is Diamond and her daughter, and they did a FaceTime. She should have never presented this picture as evidence. This picture should have never been
oh, they
want to
bogus
use.
for that. Mm-mm.
They never should have presented this picture as evidence for the show. And so she talks to her daughter, and she's basically telling him, Candy said, Mo said, whoa.
Whoa. Sorry. I'll be trying to actually be setting me up sometimes. I'll be like
I'm
trying to be
sorry. It's the
nice.
level of petty I got, okay. But so she talks to her daughter, and basically she's like, yeah, our first date was so good. He sat up there and cried. And the daughter's like, oh, so he's a crybaby. And I was like, Pretty much, sis. What did you think of the interaction that she had with her daughter on the FaceTime, just talking about her experience
When she
in the
first was talking
house?
to the her daughter, I didn't know it was her daughter. I thought she talked to her good girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, it's her daughter. She's 19. So she talked to her daughter like they best friends, but I guess they got that kind of relationship, like telling every intimate detail.
And I don't have no
I
babies
am
yet,
not
but
doing
here's the
that with mine's 18-year-old.
that's what
Hell no.
that's what I would think. I don't have no babies yet, but my thing is, I don't know if it's ever an appropriate time to have that kind of conversation about your love life.
It'd be
I
surface
don't know.
level.
Y'all tell me, y'all chime in the comments. Is it appropriate, even when your child is 18, 19, to talk to them about the details of your intimate relationships? I don't know. That's probably
I
not a
don't think my daughter won't
conversation.
even want to hear it. Anyway, the way she's built, she like,
Like, listen, that's not the move. And so now, honey, this is the state of everything. Now, Pastor and First Lady are extremely freaky. And I didn't want to lead with this because I didn't want to be salacious, but I probably will be updating this thumbnail. But they are in the hot tub, honey, getting freaky in the hot tub. Um, what do you think about their connection? What you think about the pastor and the first lady? Are they really in it for the in it, or is it just all physical? What you think of it?
I think they end up at the end after they get over that dang on engagement part. So they in it for the ending because like he's really into her, and I'm gonna need somebody to ask the question next episode or two. Um, we need to know some details on that. Maybe we will
Of
get
that
details
engagement?
when they family and friends come because
I hope so.
they
But see,
ain't
and that's the
slick.
other thing I thought about the family and friends day, because why are you meeting with your own family? I thought that we'd be doing like they do on Ready to Love or
A
whatever, where
swap,
you meet with the opposite, right?
yeah.
Like, what's the point of that? Your family already know how you feel.
I mean,
You're
they
right.
gonna watch the playback.
Yeah.
Hey,
People tell folks the story to make them the hero. Absolutely. Hey, sis.
Shayna.
Sis, you leaving something out? Absolutely. That too, but ride or die
Hey,
friends may not be
Inga.
susceptible to that info. Yeah. Yeah. That was a kind word. My oldest is 24 and we tight like white on rice, but it's a heck nah for me, dog. I listen because some conversations you don't have with your child, in
Right.
my opinion. Hello, Inga, welcome. Let's see. No, young adults don't have the range or experience. Exactly. What
Yeah,
benefit is it gonna serve?
true.
You know what I'm saying? I
They ain't
just
lived enough.
exactly. But I know some parents who have that relationship with their kids. Now listen, listen, listen.
What
And I think
the?
Nita pointed it out earlier. I think Greg is fine. And he's typically not my type, okay? But Greg had grown on me the first two episodes. But when he was
Mhm.
there trying to peck her like Nemo, I said, sir, stop trying. Like, it was so
Not like
awkward.
Nemo. I'm weak.
It was like that. I'm trying to get you, like, boy, back up. You know what I mean? Like, I need him to watch some romantic movies. You know what I mean? Watch some old Denzel, maybe like in Mo Better Blues or something like that, and get your
Mhm.
technique together. You know what I'm saying? Don't no woman want to be like that. Like, they want a deep, passionate, like, you know what I'm saying? What you think of his kissing techniques?
Ooh, no. And then he need to go practice on something. Maybe he do
Uh,
it. Maybe the technique would go better down south. You know, I'm just saying. It's not for the lifts up on your head. It's for the
oh
lifts
my
down.
gosh. Listen, Candy, I don't know. I don't think so, but the
I don't
tongue
think so.
action was not
Candy.
it for me. That don't peck me down. Like, if you gonna kiss me like you mean it. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, that peck was not for up here. It's for maybe down
It.
there.
You think it'll
It'll
work
work.
down there?
Maybe, possibly. I mean, it's only but to go to the boom boom room and try it. Like,
Yeah, and she ain't taking him to the boom boom room yet. Because after this, she went immediately and talked to the ladies and was like, "Listen, that wasn't the move. He didn't tell me I was beautiful first. He ain't do nothing. He just went in for it." And I was like, "Slow down, 10 speed. Slow down, 10 speed. Welcome, Greta. Thank you for stopping
Hey,
in. And so now we kind of see Eddie said, "Mo." Listen, Nita says, I'd give down south. Listen, they need to try something else. And so now we know that Pastor and First Lady are the ones going to the boom boom room next.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon is the host with the most. Do you hear me? Like, he's out here. Not only did he make dinner, right, which looked bomb, but then he came back for a second round and now he's making drinks, teaching people how to be a mixologist. All right.
But isn't
And
he
so
as like
first,
a chef or something? Or is I'm
I
tripping?
don't know what he does by
I thought he was a
trade, but
cook.
maybe.
No.
Okay. Then yeah, then that suits then. So he's used to entertaining and serving the
Yeah.
people. You know, everybody is really kind of concerned with the dynamic of everyone else's relationship. And I kind of need them to be
To focus
focused
on their own
on what they got. Worry
facts.
about yourself, right?
Oh my
More
God,
about
especially
yourself.
Joanne. Focus on Erin. She talking to everybody else but the dude sitting next to her.
Now listen. Speaking of them, and you were right on point because they was my next slide. Something wrong with Jody too. Jody got something going on with her as well. Again, I think that this was completely manufactured. I think that that is her gay best friend, and they decided that they are going to do this show together. Her and Aaron
Mm.
Jr. That's just what I think. That's in my
So
heart. I
Aaron,
think
he
they
not
wanted
speaking
some.
up because he don't want to say too much or give too much away about they
No,
pack.
and all he did, and if you mind me and my man, you can have a sip of my cocktail. All he said, I don't want a whole glass, but could I get a sip of yours? And she said, you're acting like a 6-year-old. I don't want to share none of mine. Like, she went off on this whole tangent. What did you think?
She belittled the mess out of him, like, oh, you a toddler, you a 6-year-old, whatever. It's like she could have took a better approach with that, answering that by let the dude get a sip. You can get another straw or another cup or something. It's
That's what I
just
said. I
see.
said, is a sip that big of a deal, sis? Like, she was going off. And so now, though, it comes out who she really likes
And look at
in the
Sandy
house.
over there. She's on mute challenge. Like, I'm like, girl, you can tell
I
she
don't
feel
know how
away.
much it's gonna take for Sandia because I would have been out the first night. Do you hear me? I would have been out the first night after he talked about all the women he had and how I wasn't anything to him. But alas, they making a show.
Like I said, my last review recap of this episode 2, I was like, she's gonna ride it out. They're gonna ride it out, I believe. And they
For
only
that
been dating
airtime.
for 3 months. Yeah, for the
Yeah. So,
airtime.
but she does look kind of like, because he's like, because I told you, Brendan, but I also told you, Jody, we get along on everything. We match on every point. And Jody's like,
Eating it
yeah,
all up, eating it right up, and getting
it's
full.
it's very disrespectful though. Just woman to
Very.
woman. You don't be skinning and grinning in no other woman's face, especially in this setting in the house. It's not like y'all all just met on the first day. These are people with allegedly established at least friendships, right? At the very least. So,
Yeah.
Aaron is how you doing? Listen, that's what I thought from the first episode, but people be mad when you tell the truth. Jody is here for clout, definitely, to further their career. I hate that for Aaron. She's making him likable because she's so mean. Mhm. I'm like, why are you just nasty for no reason? Sandia should have been out after the fool told every exactly. Exactly. So naive. Yeah, but they're young. Hopefully they get some sort of social media clout and can kind of start that off. Now this, y'all.
Ooh, not to
You see,
zoom
I got the
in,
close
not
up
to.
for
Yeah.
you. So, can I tell on myself a little bit? I don't
Okay.
mind a little bit of foot action, receiving the foot action. Okay. I'm not sucking nobody's toes. However, and how much I want to say this that Gerard Carmichael is not the only person out here deep throating feet, okay? Because the way this man took her entire foot and put it in his mouth and went to town with his multicolored nails, I was
Now,
perplexed. What do you think? What do you think, Monique? What
first
you
of all, Gerard was like, how did I get in this? And I was like,
It's
ooh,
the toe sucking. It's the toe sucking.
it's like sucking pigs in a blanket. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was not nice.
And do
But
you see how he double fisted it back there? Like he was.
she said she wasn't giving it up until what, marriage, she say? I think that was her who said that, right?
Well, Diamond had said that she's going to make him wait too, or not Diamond, but Millie had said that as well. But maybe Diamond. I thought they would save Sanctify these two, but when he
Yeah.
said last week that he would suck her toes on Hollywood Boulevard, I had a feeling it was coming, but I didn't know we were going to see the graphic nature of this. Honestly, it was a little uncomfortable. I felt like it was like corn, like maybe it shouldn't have been on network TV, because he was
I
like
could deal
he
with the
was
massages, but when he actually like
Look at it. Look at
mm,
it. See it? Look,
mm-mm.
all in his mouth. Ugh. And yes, Gerard Carmichael caught a stray because he's the first person I've
Yes.
seen to suck toes on. But I mean, with Gerard, it was a stranger. At least he knows this woman. You know, she looked like she clean and smell good. So I
I
mean,
would hope so. You putting your whole mouth on
it's a woman's
no.
foot. She's a woman. With
Bunions and calluses all in the mouth. Toe jam and all that, all in the mouth.
I'm
Ugh,
sorry,
that's so
Greta.
disgusting.
Trigger warning. I should have did a I should have put a trigger warning up. At least her feet were pretty. I need a dang shower after walking outside. Listen, that's my thing because I don't want you to get foot and mouth disease from having my feet in your mouth. So can we have a pedicure session first? But he
Right.
had the Vaseline out. He looked like he had that cocoa butter Vaseline out. Um
Yeah, he had the good stuff.
Going to town, baby. He was deep throating that foot. I don't even know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube, but that's exactly what he did. Gerard is grinding, and he is, and
Oh
anyone else
yeah.
he can get.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, Candy. Next time a trigger warning because that was a little bit graphic. My bad.
Yes.
And so this is the fight that we were kind of alluding to. And again, Aaron Jr. Look, he's through. Is that a look of being through to you,
Yeah, like
Monique?
he just there and tired. He like, what else is going on?
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
don't even know why I'm
Yeah,
here.
and I said it. I said they're into it like brother and sister. I said this is like a brother sister fight. So I mean, there is not
Besties.
any. Yeah, and she's not even a good bestie. I think Nita said it because she's not even nice to him. Um, Lord, and so
She gets
then we get
embarrassed by
into.
him for some reason. I don't know why.
But I mean,
Every
you
time.
knew what it was, sis. You brought him on here knowing what it was. Like, let's not pretend to do that. And so after that, we see Siana and Shay, and they're in the room, and she's working herself up again because they're talking about the Kama Sutra, remember? And she sat on him
Yeah.
and he said he was bored, right? And so now she's talking to Shay and is like, he said, I was bored. He said, I was bored, 2 days ago.
I would say I
So that
don't
just
think he
means
said
I'm
that.
bored, right? He said he was bored in that position. I didn't think
Position.
it was
Right.
about
That's like
her, but
her.
but this is how you see a person work themselves up into a frenzy, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
is people who can't let stuff go
All in her
because
head.
you looking for a reason to fight with this man because y'all done had a great day. You know what I mean? Y'all done made dinner together. We're living your best life, and so now she says, I want to know everything you told that raggedy heifer. Okay. I want to know what you told Millie about me. I have to know. I have to know.
Yes.
What did you think of this whole thing? I thought that was crazy as heck.
First of all, like you said, she's trying to find and pick a fight with Brandon, and it was like unnecessary. Like she was harping on this, and it seemed like she get off on fighting,
Mm-hmm.
like fight and make up. Like that's her. Like this, like a tug of war. She like a tug of war with her mate, and everybody don't get down like that. He's like he's mild-tempered. He's like, and he cannot get a word in. And he
Edgewise.
stayed. To me, he stayed there longer than he should have been. Standing there while she was yelling and finger in his face. I would have been left.
Longer than I would have, or said into any of my male friends or brothers. Like, you don't sit up there under that because she's just raging for no reason. It's I think it, and I'm not being funny right now, but it may be some
Mhm.
mental health issues. Yes,
Yeah.
friend, they were definitely two-tone, black and teal. Yeah, he had his nails done. Miss
Nice.
AKA is our first live. Welcome. Let's see, from this angle level of zoomation, that looks like he's attached to Lord Dansbury. Oh my gosh. Hey, Tamika's Den. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This chick is wacky. She absolutely is. I
Oh
hate that for
yes.
her. But I really do think it's mental health because for anyone to sit up there out of nowhere, work themselves up in a frenzy just to argue with this man, and he's the most peaceable, mild mannered person. And like you said, he couldn't even get a word in edgewise. And so finally, he does walk out. But in the meantime, everyone's still talking about every other thing. And my thing, even if we go back and think about it, she had a whole conversation with Greg about him. Did he ask her what she told Greg about? I mean, yeah, what she told Greg about him. Like, it's just a double standard, and I didn't understand her anger or wrath,
Yeah,
right?
and
Because
then when they showed the flashback of her coming into the room because he was in the ladies' room, and when he was talking to Millie, that's her name, right? Millie.
mm-hmm,
And she just hopped in the bed, look uncomfortable. If it was me and I hear you talk about me, I'm jumping, I'm joining the conversation. Like, what we talking about? But you hop in the bed and then want to be passive aggressive and wait till some
mm-hmm,
days later or the next day to address it. Like, what you saying behind my back? No, you was there. You was hopped in the bed. I could have sworn she hopped in the bed as he was over there talking to Millie.
mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? I would
She
have
did. She was there for the
I
last
would have
part of the
joined the conversation
conversation.
like what we talking about?
Yeah, if you was that
You
concerned about it, but he
sir.
wasn't disparaging that woman. He was just
Right.
like,
He didn't say
I
nothing
don't know.
wrong.
I don't know, Tamika. I'm gonna say, go ahead if you want to.
Yes,
If you want some
Tamika.
dramatics, I say, do it. I say, do it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let us go on. And so Millie and they're talking. I think they're in a good place. We're gonna see again what happens ultimately with them. But again, she's just strong on her boundaries. She's like, look, Greg, you're not getting no coot nanny until I'm completely comfortable and we don't have to rush it. And so
Rightfully
this is
so.
kind of, yeah,
I
yeah. And
understand.
so then we see Siana again, and Shay is back in the room because she needs, I guess, to keep talking about it, to keep running her mouth about it. And she's like, Shay, you know what he said? And Shay was like, what? And I'm thinking, well, nothing, because you talked the whole time.
Right. I would say he didn't say not a word. Not a
He was
peep.
quiet as a church mouse. And so he finally goes downstairs. And Chris thinks he's everybody's counselor, as we
Here we
talked
go.
about before, and is like, man, I think you just need to walk away. And I'm like, Chris, you telling somebody what they need to do in their love life? And Brandon is
Right.
like, listen, you ain't got to. Do I look like I have Boo Boo the Fool written across my forehead? Like, this is it. This is done. The final straw, honestly, was when she called me the B word. He said, but he said, it's just completely unhinged. Do you think he's going to stand on business and go home? Or do you think he's going to stick it out?
Oh, that's a good one. I hope he stand on business because he just explained it to Chris and what's her name? Shay eventually came down to the conversation as well as Josh, right? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what he was telling them. So I hope he stand on business because like it's gonna be like the same constant tug of war. Like they need to be at some common ground. It seems like they can't get to that common place. And it's always
Yeah,
going back to that blow up,
it's never going to
blew up
stop.
situation. Yeah.
She's already shown her pattern. Like, this is just in her to do. It's always going to be something. I don't think he would have any peace in this relationship. I don't know if she'd have peace with anyone. Um, and some the people in the house were saying, "Oh, it's because he's more mild mannered. She thinks she can run over
And she's
him."
from New
Um,
York. I'm like,
I
what?
mean,
I'm
but
from Chicago. Don't mean crap.
I know plenty of New Yorkers who are still kind. Like, that's not. That's not a thing. People from New York are not monoliths. Like, come on, y'all.
Right.
And you're right, Nita. And that was what everybody was saying. If you just give her that D, if you put it on her, she'll act right. You'll at least get
For
72 good
72
hours.
hours. Really, Greg?
I said, what, Greg? What, Greg? Greg, what you know? About
Right.
72 good hours. Yeah. But Nita says, I don't like the frame of thinking everyone trying to tell them to try the D. No, ma'am. Yeah, no. That would make it worse, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get that involved, especially if it's
Especially
great,
if it's
because
disappointing. If it's disappointing, you're gonna piss off even more.
mm-hmm,
Then you
it's
really
just
gonna be
absolutely
bitch's.
all kinds of them. Listen, all kinds of them, and it might start something else. Not saying she's
Right.
violent by nature, but when
I
she
hope not.
came down there and threw them roses, I said, "Now, girl, was all that necessary?" And that was a beautiful
A-
bouquet. It really was.
Attention
I said,
seeking. Everybody
"Yeah,
is talking or rallying around Brandon. She attention seeking. Nobody really rallying around her. She up there by
mm-mm,
herself, going cuckoo for cocos. So
out
she
on a
came down to
limb
seek
by
attention by
herself."
throwing the roses.
Yeah, which was just ridiculous. And I said, that's what the
Hmm.
episode should have been called, not about, I don't know, about in real
Yeah,
life. It should have been War of the Roses. Cause I'm like, them roses ain't do nothing to nobody. Girl, keep your roses, pack your bags, and go home. So we see him kind of lamenting on the couch, honey, and she's doing her
hmm
nightly face mask. This is common for her. This is what she does. I have no doubt in my mind. Okay, if you had to, any other thoughts about her in this episode, what you think's going to happen next episode,
I
let
hope he
us
stand on
know.
business and dip, and they have to leave the house. Like, where else can they go? Every time they trying to go up, it's like she bringing them down. I don't know.
Because, like I said, I thought it was a great evening. I thought they had a nice time. I said, oh, okay, they're moving in the right directions. The friends done came. Like, it's just a beautiful situation. Nope. Not on her watch. Not on her watch. I think we are going to get to the bottom of this. I hope they're packing their bags first things next
Yeah,
episode.
I think that's why
At
they
least
friends came first.
yeah, probably
Mm,
so. Because that would be an interesting edit. And then also, I hope we get the truth revealed about Chris and Jody and Chris and Aaron Jr. because, or Jody and Aaron Jr. because I think that Jody does like Chris. And I do think that Jody and Aaron Jr.
ooh,
faked it just to get on the show. But I wonder if they
yeah.
hooking up. That's my question. You think
So
they
you,
secretly doing stuff in the house?
oh, dang, and nobody else. It'd be hard to do it, right? Because everybody else would be able to find out, especially First Lady and Pastor, because they the main one that's on it and clocked it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
Greta,
be
it's
hard.
definitely giving rural. It's definitely not giving an own show. But I guess they said we need some ratings. We need some
I
ratings.
can
I do
see
too.
Chris and Joanna is doing the swap, and the other two got to go home. I can see that happen.
Now that'd be interesting.
It'd be
Now
bogus, but
but I
entertaining
mean,
though.
I'll be listen, it would be entertaining. Brandon needs to leave and stand on big business. Absolutely. But a lot of folks here for flame and clout, peace of mind. Listen, peace, give me peace. Give me peace any day.
Yeah.
She looked like she would bust out his car windows and then go to sleep. Absolutely. And
Oh
sleep like a
yes.
baby.
Like, right. Sound.
I know that's right, Greta. And I know plenty of sweet, kind New Yorkers. That's just her excuse to be poor tempered. No, no, no. Let's not. Oh my goodness. The D would absolutely make it worse, Candy. Ain't nobody playing around like that. The D, listen, good D. Uh-huh. Yeah, it'll make it
Even
worse.
bad D, you make it worse. She be really pissed.
Bad D will
when
just
you
piss
be,
you off,
when you
Monique.
be,
That'll piss you off, sis.
yes. Oh yeah, like he be all type like, get your bitch ass out of here. You can't even do nothing right. Get out of here.
You said can't do nothing right. Siana is carrying some sort of past trauma with her. She is. And my thing is, as a more mature woman, I would have wanted her to go exactly, Miss AKA, go get therapy, go get
Talk
help,
to someone
go
about
get
yeah.
it. She is exhausting, especially if you know any people like that in real life. It's never ending. That cycle doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
It don't stop. Definitely needs therapy. She has an inner turmoil going on. Facts. No, they doing nothing. That would be interesting. Like Nita said, are they here for relationship or clout? I think it's clout for most of them. I honestly
Yeah,
do. I think Shay and Josh really
maybe
like
a
each other.
couple have
Yeah,
a
I
real
think
thing going
Pastor and
on.
First Lady really like each other. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Millie and Greg do like each other. But
Yeah,
Millie talks about next episode coming out about some personal trauma. And
trauma.
I
I'm like,
think,
whoa.
and I
I
wonder
wonder
if
what they
that's why
could
they
be.
haven't met in 3 years and both live in LA. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh
wonder.
yeah, yeah. Those, yeah, they are the two. One of the two who live in the same city.
Can't get right. Listen, it's giving Tubi reality. Basically, I wish the first season wasn't giving cloud. That says, because a lot of the shows, the first season, you want that to be the most authentic. I just think the nature of reality TV has changed, though. It's sad. It's sad. They're all going like Married at First Sight. The first season was so real, and then it just went off the rails. It's given to the reality show. Yeah, I wish so. Yeah. Yeah. Any other predictions for this season? Any couples you think are gonna make it? Who's not gonna make it? Definitely.
I think, of course, we got Siana and Brandon. They need to figure that out or leave, and especially Joanna and Aaron J. There's no connection. There's let alone no communication with each other. Barely this episode, so they definitely have to go or do a
Mhm.
swap with Chris, and then Aaron J and Zendaya can go. I just like the messiness of it all, the
I would
drama,
too. I'd actually be here for that level of mess.
and it'd be different for me.
You know,
Like, ooh,
because I mean, we done went from DV to another form of, toxicity to now we got, swaps in the house potentially. I don't know.
yes,
But do you
potential.
think, but here's the thing. Do you think Chris would really actually be into Jody? Because if we go on looks for looks, I think Sandia is a
Now,
beautiful girl.
I don't think for looks, but I think for like interest to see how far he can get with her. He just want one thing, probably. He'll flirt, like he said. I flirt with all the
Yeah.
girls.
First Lady and Pastor Mike, where I think so too, because honey, he'll drink that woman bathwater. That's just how freaky nasty Pastor Aaron is.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, because you a different kind of man to deep throat her feet like that on the show. Anyway, make
Mm-hmm.
it Aaron and Diamond, Josh and Shay. Okay, so what do we think about that whole baby situation? Because they touched on it a little this episode, how it was
Well,
his
yeah.
roommate, because Diamond being messy again, got in their
Why he brushed it
business.
off like it was just a roommate situation and then some? It was like a brush off statement. I'm like,
Yeah, because clearly it wasn't just nothing. Like
nothing. You f your roommate, some
raw.
roommate, right? Unprotected, and then a baby came out of it. Kind of room? Was it really a roommate situation, or was it your living girlfriend? Tell me what was it?
Yeah, a friend with benefit roommate. Yeah, it was something because you can't tell me y'all just screwing no protection and y'all haven't done that before. You know what I'm saying? It
Right?
wasn't no one.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
living
They all
girlfriend.
tend to be listen. They all tend to become actors. I think so too. For the camera.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see. Millie and Greg on the fence. I am too. I think if she can be open and he can be understanding of whatever this trauma
Whatever this
is.
trauma, okay? Because the way she was crying and breaking down, it must be something really, really, really deep.
Yeah, everyone else is a wrap. She's over it, but in real life, what we doing, Josh? And that's my thing. And it's like, I don't know how you really get over. You've been with someone because they've been together a total of 12 years. So that means that at 9 years, he got this other woman pregnant and had a baby. He told her immediately, but I'm not over that. I'm sorry. You created a whole life with this woman. And then it was
He
three
had no
more
choice but
years
to
before
tell
I
her
even saw
immediately.
you. But I'm saying I still haven't seen you you waited still 3 more years to see me in real life after you had this whole child. Like, to me, it's
Right.
not given I'm over it. Like, maybe she's just more open and forgiving than me. Maybe they had an understanding, but
I guess you like,
that
man,
wouldn't.
I've been wasting my time for 9 years. I might as well play it out. I mean, if she can get over that, who am I? You know,
Yeah, yeah. If she
to
like
be
it, I
me though.
love it. I'm just saying, it's
Right.
funny. It's real. It's that's suspicious. You know what I'm saying? My bad, my phone got tongue tied. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what little Josh doing, but I know he like him some Shay. He definitely attracted, but we know attraction's not the rest of it. You know what?
Mm-mm. Okay, good question. Neither is she still a roommate because oh yeah,
Did Robin get fired? Did I hear that right? Y'all know I watch it, but I don't cover it on YouTube. Real Housewives of Potomac. Did Robin get fired from the show? I heard she's not coming back.
yeah,
Candace not coming
she's
back,
not
right?
coming back. Oh yeah, Candace is
And I'm gonna miss
pregnant,
Candace.
beautiful, and Robert is gone. Her roommate that can go somewhere.
Oh,
Wasting our
Josh just like
time.
getting Josh just like getting his D wet. Likely. Likely. Uh-huh. She was aware. She said he told her that about the 3-year-old as soon as it happened, apparently. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if he told her when the baby was born and it looked like him, or if he told her when he got busy with the roommate. They didn't elaborate. She kind of just shut it down. Shay was like, look, that was it.
He told me immediately. How immediately? When she peed on the stick and said was positive. What was it? How
That's what I'm
immediate?
saying.
Like,
Yeah, because very suspicious. Big Rob is dunzo. Lord. But y'all, that's all I got for the Never Ever Mets episode 3. I don't know about in real life. Let me know in the comments below. Are we into this season? Are y'all faithfully watching this every Friday night? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are watching this and you're going to stick with it. A 2 if you're done with it.
right.
I ain't giving none of these ninjas benefit of the doubt.
Oh,
Still
we
try to
know
take people at
neither.
their word. I still try to
Neither.
take people at their word if I
No, neither.
can.
She keep her feet on their necks. That's what it
Listen,
is.
some of them deserve it. Some of them need feet on neck regularly. Look, foot on neck. Greta said, "Neither am I." Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Listen, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you then. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm going to give you the floor, Miss Monique. Let the people know
Oh,
what we got going on.
so right now I'm late on that summer house. So I'm having a 2-for-1. So there's gonna be 2 episodes in one. It's gonna be a recap. After this, I have to edit it. I already recorded. I just got to edit and upload it. And also, I'm trying to catch up on stuff because Comic Con got me last Saturday. But my unsung of Chingy is still coming. And also, I got to do this last episode of Quiet on the Set. That's my little quick thoughts on that. Cause yeah, and that's about it for now. And then I guess the actual episode of Summer House that come on tomorrow, episode 7. So that's it for me.
Okay, girl, we will be tuned in. And if you haven't already subscribed to Monique 69 Ways Johnson, go ahead and go to her page, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things. Listen, because I stand. You know I do, sis. I appreciate the work that you do out here in these YouTube streets. But for me, y'all, we have a bunch of stuff coming. I've got like 5-6 videos to edit. Palm Royale, we're current. Parish, the finale is tomorrow, so that will be dropping. In addition, honey, The Shy is back. If you haven't seen my first part of season 6, go back and hit the playlist. It's on my community tab linked. And I'll be doing kind of a recap of the first half of The Chi, and then we'll start the reviews next week. Also, Monday night with VKJ TV, we are doing a double header. We are going to be talking The Chi predictions for episode 9, as well as the BMF finale prediction. So that's going to be fun. Tuesday, with Tyra, Struggle Reviews TV, honey, we are covering Interview with a Vampire, okay? And so this is going to be the episode where we recap season 1 so that we are ready next week for the first episode of season 2, y'all. A lot going on, but we appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
Yes.
Show some love. Show some love. Hit that like button. We appreciate you. We value you. And as always, we will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.